Hi and welcome to the channel. I'm going to show you how to automatically transcribe your audio content in Adobe Premiere Pro. The first step is to have a sequence that includes your media. The next step is to change to the Captions and Graphics workspace. If you're not already there, click Window in the main menu bar, then on Workspaces in the drop-down menu, finally click on Captions and Graphics. Alternatively, use the keyboard shortcut of Alt-Shift+4 to change to the Captions and Graphic workspace. If you don't see the Captions panel, click on the Text tab to open it. You should see three buttons in the middle of the panel: Transcribe Sequence, Create New Caption Track, and Import Captions from File. To get on with the transcription process, click the Transcribe Sequence button. This will cause the Create Transcript window to open. The first thing to do is to choose your language. You can see Premiere Pro thinks that my speech is English. But if that's not correct, click the down arrow and choose the correct language from the list. Once you've set the language, you need to choose which audio to analyze. In the drop-down window, you can choose Mix, which is all the audio in the mix, or any of the individual audio tracks. In my project, I've only got speech on audio track 1, so I'll only analyze that by choosing Audio 1. Normally, the whole sequence will be transcribed, but if you only want a short section to be transcribed, you can use in and out points for that section. With in and out points created, you'll be able to check the option Transcribe in point to out point only. If you do check that box, the next option becomes available of merging the output with an existing transcription. Clearly, that would be useful if you have added additional media to the sequence. I'm not going to check either of those options since I just want the whole sequence to be transcribed. There's a final option that lets Premiere Pro recognize when different speakers are talking. If you check that box, Premiere Pro will do its best to split the speech into sections marked Speaker 1, Speaker 2, etc. Finally, go ahead and click the blue Transcribe button. Premiere Pro will render the audio, start the transcription process, and display an estimate of the remaining time till completion. Once complete, the transcribed audio will appear in the transcript window, along with timestamps for each paragraph and an indication of who was speaking. If there was only one person speaking, then each paragraph will indicate that it's Speaker 1 who was talking. I've found that the auto-transcription is usually quite accurate, but not always perfect. There probably will be a few errors, usually names or figures, where there can be a bit of ambiguity. To make any corrections, double-click on a word in the panel. The whole segment will become editable, and you can make any necessary changes. When you're done, click off to the side of the segment, and your changes will be saved. But say you want to export the transcript, how do you do that? Notice the three horizontal dots at the top right of the transcript panel. Click on them to reveal a drop-down menu. But don't click on Export Transcript, it's not what you want. Instead, choose either Export to Text File or Export to CSV File. If you export to a text file, you'll get a document where each segment of the transcript starts with the speaker info and timecode. But if you export to a CSV file, the speaker, start time, end time, and transcript will all appear in separate columns of a spreadsheet, which can actually be very useful. In fact, the CSV file may be the best option if there's just one speaker. You can quickly copy the column with the transcript and paste that into a Word document as plain text. Whereas if you export to a text file and then open it, you'll have each segment with the speaker info and timecode at the start, which you'll then have to delete manually, which can be time-consuming for a long video. Hopefully, you found this video useful. If you have, please hit the like button. It really does help me here on YouTube. If you want to see more content on recording your own audio and videos, please subscribe to this channel. You'll also find in-depth articles on my website, DIYvideostudio.com. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join me again soon.